We are at the takeout for the West Fork of the Tuck, and I'm here with the one and only, world famous, Tony Eyl. You ready for this?
I am.
It's been too long.
You ready for it?
Yeah, it's not icy, so it's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, no joke.
We did the Winter Wonderland up there on the Tellico, and then hadn't paddled since, but it's gonna be a good one today. Waiting on the water to come up.
And Bryant.
And Bryant.
Not gonna
Yeah.
stop and take a break.
Well, we appreciate that. Woo.
Out of the goodness of my heart.
So Brian and I dressed in our gear so that we can say let's stop when we see Tony wearing out.
That's right. That's right. When you see me dragging the boat,
Yeah.
you guys can grace.
We're here at Pines Recreation Area. Tuckasegee Lake, I think. No, what lake is that? Linville Lake. Okay. I don't know. Some lake.
I paddled that way.
Tuckasegee Lake's that way. Yeah. The put-in is that way. Below High Falls, about 3/4 mile hike, downhill. Supposed to be pretty good. So let's get on with it. Oh, this is pleasant.
I'm seeing what you mean, Tony. Oh, it'll get steep soon. Don't worry.
It's a workout, baby. Whew. All right, we're at High Falls to put in. You can see the double tier. Probably pushing 200 feet. Maybe, I don't know. It's up there.
I think it's 160.
160.
Okay.
It's close enough.
The flow wants to push you down to this left side.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, he's not good. Woo! They got him. Yep. He got stuffed under those two at the bottom on the left of that first drop.
And that's how West Fork of the Tuck starts. Zero time for warm-up, an imposing waterfall blasting your face with spray, and a must-make hairy ferry. It's kind of a gut check for those wanting to take on the river, and you just have to go for it. And starting his day here at the ferry in the booth is Josh. We would link up with Josh and his paddling partner Ming just after Flight Simulator. There, launching out to do the ferry move, is Peter. We would come to know him a little better in just a few minutes.
Weird one.
After watching a few of the paddlers launch, we decided to scout the rest of the first half of the boulder garden. There was some visible wood from the top, and it is a good practice to scout all the way through a rapid.
Here you go, Tony.
We did get some beta from some other paddlers that there was a small log in the last drop, but it wasn't really in play. And upon arriving, I'm not sure that was the case.
Tony! Woo! See, this log is... You have to be right. You have to be right. There's a log.
Another group was already in the water coming down, and I was trying to signal that I didn't like the rapid. There was wood, but above all, they needed to stay far right.
Be right, go right, go right. Go right. Right, right. Oh, shoot. Get him, boys. That ain't worth it. You in or out? What do you need, man? What do you... Want me to pull it? You ready?
Hold on.
What do you want?
Okay, I'm gonna get out. The camera is in the back strap. I'm gonna get out and stick my feet out.
You want me to pull?
Oh wait, I'm gonna go through my tunnel.
Got it.
It's gonna be better than
Gotcha,
easier.
gotcha.
Oh, my legs are clenched.
Stay in there too tight. Just relax, you're okay.
My legs are clenched in it.
Okay.
Clenched in? They're my legs.
I can probably push him back if you hold on to that rope. You're fine, we're stable, just hang on. You ready? All right, do you want to step out right now? Hold on, Brian. You want to step out?
I can, huh?
Shoo! You good? That's a no-go.
That is a no-go.
For a full detailed breakdown of that rescue, click the link at the top of the screen.
Peter? It's a great name. That's my name. So that's a little more excitement than we're looking for at a put-in. But good thing we were all sitting there scouting. I was able to tell the first couple guys go right, and they kind of veered last minute. Peter was too focused, he didn't catch it. I was unable to signal the guys upstream, but he's all good. We got him out, so all's well that ends well. We're gonna walk that one. And then you got this. Just gotta make that hairy ferry launch and then get over in that eddy, then we're gonna walk the second half. That's the deal when you come into a place that runs maybe 10 times a year. There's always some weird wood or something going on. It's just part of the deal. So, Peter's good. He's gonna have a fun story to tell. And let's get this thing going.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah, man.
Good to meet you, man.
Likewise.
My friend Dave.
Right on. Oh, thank you. It wasn't that bad. Oh dear. Get up. Get up, brother. Yeah! You stuffed it. Yeah, baby!
Before Bryant can roll up, his head had struck a rock, and he had jarred his neck. Shaking it off, this was going to be the beginning of a long day for Bryant.
Alright, so there's the log we rescued Peter off of. On that side. See the boys up the foot and up way up the falls. And you're kind of running this right line here. Going through that manky stuff and on out. Basically, you don't want to slip on a rock. That's rule number one. You don't want to be here. That looks no fun. We're going to be coming around the top tree, going straight to there, left this rock about 8 feet, and then ride the flume out. And then I think we'll pretty much read and run eddy hopping. Good line. My little guard. I blew my, I was looking so good I hit a little screw you rock. I did. I was going good, but there's a rock in there that pumped me back. I did too. I saw you. I was like, all right, I'll go a little further left. Nope. That's to take months to get up there.
With the boulder gardens behind us, we launched out into the first miles-long stretches of Class 3 boogie. The number one danger for the day would be trees and wood blocking the way. But other than that, we were in read and run. Look for a line and hit it. But looming in the near distance is Flight Simulator, an almost 30-foot triple-tier waterfall. We were going to run it blind, and all you got to do is be 8 to 10 feet off the right bank. Oh, and try to keep it pointed downriver, so you can land in the fluffy box of bunnies.
Get some, Bryant.
caught up to Dane's group, which included Brandon Baltich. I've actually been following his exploits and progression on YouTube, and it was a pleasure to meet him, as well as hang out a little bit with Dane as some of the members surfed in the hole. We found ourselves at the entrance to Flight Simulator. There were a series of slides, culminating with the big drop. We needed to maintain a little space through here, and we wanted to give each other about 50 yards going off the lip. Again, the only beta you get is 8 to 10 feet off the right bank. Tony signals that we're at the lip of the drop. We're going to try to give each other 50 yards, and when the guy in front of you disappears, it's time for you to launch. Tony had disappeared, and now Bryant was on his way. And as he approached the lip, I remember thinking to myself, he seems a lot further left than 8 to 10 feet. I was hoping he was all right. It's go time.
I couldn't get that last boost. I didn't know where it was going to be. All right, folks. Break time. Flight simulator. Check. Folks, that's a great rapid right there. I'm all about that one. I didn't really flatten out like I wanted, but I was wide out waiting for the stroke. And it caught me leaning back and I couldn't pull it back up from there. So I was just saying, I was waiting for that boost stroke off the bottom ledge. I was when I tapped my stern or something.
I should have told you that. Once you do your boost stroke off the top,
there's nothing.
Hold on to the right, man.
I want to come off level. I did not, but
you can't see anything.
You can't see nothing in there. I like the fluffy box of bunnies down there.
Yeah. You literally went out of sight. I was right there.
He was a little left, and we're talking about it.
And then
he's got the good story.
I saw your helmet.
Yeah.
And then I saw you coming down, and it looked like you didn't have your paddle. And I was like, oh no.
Brian got the beat down. Now he was just a little left of where it's preferable. And remember, your first time down, sometimes you hit it right, sometimes
That happened.
you hit it a little left.
That happened.
Yeah. And look, oh yeah, so he found not the fluffy box of bunnies at the bottom. All right, folks. Flight simulator, baby. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. So we're gonna get in the boats. We got a boogie down. We got one more kind of class 4-ish rapid down here, a thing called crux or high turnover in the mini gorge or something, but there's a lot of read and run boogie. Great river. Woo! It's a good one.
After flight simulator and a quick snack break, we jump back in the boats and start cruising down the beautiful Class 3 boogie. This seems to never end. Still ahead of us are miles of whitewater perfection, punctuated by one last difficult move of the day called crux and the following mini gorge. But in the meantime, just watch out for wood and enjoy one of the best rivers around.
That's fun. Yeah. Right there, Sticky. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. What am I doing? Where are you going? Is that the preferred line there? I said, I'm going that way. Let's go all the way.
Let's take another look at that. And basically, Tony drops a left stroke and another left stroke to keep his angle a little right as he plugs the hole. And this is where I messed up. I'm lined up pretty good. But right there, I drop a right stroke, which kicks my bow to the left and allows it to get caught in that side surf. Now, at this point, I'm just side surfing, but moving river left, as that's the direction of the hole there. And as you can see, I'm about to put in a couple backstrokes because I do not want to get involved with that tree, which I know is blocking the hole on this left side. And that doesn't work. I'm definitely coming out on the left side of the river. So I spot that little hole there under the tree, and I have to go for that. The only control I really have in this situation is to get to that little hole right against the bank and try to squeeze myself under that so that I don't go into the unknown and under that tree while in the water. And this just highlights the fact that whitewater kayaking is a really dynamic environment, and all it takes is one mistake in the wrong place at the wrong time to put yourself in a sticky situation. And as we say here at the River Kings, the beast is always hungry, waiting patiently for any and every mistake. However, when you find yourself in a tight spot, always remember, focus, come up with some sort of plan, and make that plan happen. That's your only chance. Waiting to see what's going to happen to you is not an answer. Orient yourself, come up with something, make it happen.
What am I doing?
And it was right about here where we were portaging some wood right before we got to Crux that we ran back into Josh and Ming. And we sort of just adopted them into our group and we would finish the run out with them. Great folks.
We're here at Crux, which is the last of the big ones, and it's a two-tier hole. First hole is right behind that pyramid rock. The second is a pour-over ledge hole, and the exit's on the right, and there's a little wood on the right. Kind of want to do this one right.
So Brian has swam here. You see Tony throwing him the rope, pulls him out. Unfortunately, Brian has lost his paddle and his boat down through the rapid. So as soon as Tony gets Brian in a stable place, he jumps in his boat and chases on after Brian's gear because you really don't want it to go down through the mini gorge. You want to get that boat as soon as possible. And there you see Tony sliding off to complete the rapid and try to get that boat as quickly as possible. And then I'm waiting for Brian to get set, and then I'm going to slide off in here and try to be a calming force for everyone else running the rapid who's not feeling really good about it after watching a swim, which is normal. I'm going to try my own line. I'm just going to basically eddy hop on the right side, try to break it up into more controllable elements, and keep some control as everything's starting to get disjointed with lost boats and paddles.
Oh, is he swimming that? Okay.
So I take off into this big eddy that Tony calls Shangri-La to look for a paddle. And while I was looking around, I realized just how beautiful this little pocket of river really was.
Looking good.
My breakdown paddle's inside here. You can put it together in the middle. You can adjust the feather. There's like 3 different settings. We all have our moments. Lord knows I've had mine there.
At least you didn't swim twice on race day. I'll go last.
Next up, the mini gorge, one of my favorite sections from the day.
Good work! That was rowdy. I'd take a whole day of that. Brian, I'm sorry, I was a little busy. I didn't see all the paddle. You were in that hole for a while.
It was a great stretch of river, but you could almost see the relief on some of the paddlers' faces, that they knew the hard stuff was all behind them. Ahead, a few more miles of Class 3 perfection. Aside from missing Brian's paddle, everyone was in good shape and good spirits, and the weather was perfect. And wouldn't you know it, we found the paddle.
I could go either way, but I wasn't keeping my hope on. Got his paddle back! Woo! It's gonna be a good day after all. a fantastic day, Tony. Appreciate you letting me come.
Below the mini gorge is almost like a different run. The river flattens out just a little bit, but still maintains that constant, continual flow. Class 2-3 boogie. It becomes just a pleasant run, relaxing, and a good time to unwind and just enjoy the river, the weather, and friends.
Oh, you're good.
Thinking back on the run as we finished out, I was pretty sure it was one of my new favorites. Big shout out to Tony Eyl for showing me down the river and for the good beta. The entire run combined maybe had 100 yards of flat water. Non-stop Class 3 boogie, some sections of Class 4, and a world-class rapid and flight simulator. Basically, for the entire run, you had to keep an eye out for wood and those diagonal holes that want to feed you to a log. There were 3 spots where you really had to pay attention and do it right, and the rest was hours of read and run, perfect kayaking for just enjoying a day. And the scenery wasn't too bad either. And Bryant really showed us what he was made of when the river started picking on him. Some days it comes easy, and some days you gotta work for it. And then there are days when it just feels like the river has it out for you. Brian just laughed off each hard knock and kept putting the paddle to the water. Something we should all aspire to. It was nice to paddle and meet several new friends like Dane and Brandon, Josh and Ming. Tony, Brian, and I just feel thankful that we were in the right place at the right time to give Peter a helping hand at the put-in. We all need that helping hand from time to time, and it's good to know that there are going to be folks around that won't hesitate to give it to you. All in all, I'd call that just about a perfect day on the river. And as I finished out the run here, little did I know that on an otherwise already perfect day, the river had one last surprise in store for me. I crossed paths with an old friend.
Oh yeah. Hey, you need to move your truck, sir. Move your truck.
Not mine.
Long time no see, brother.
Good to see you, man.
This is my buddy Tony.
Tony, how you doing?
This is my original paddling mentor.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, it took me down several first runs.
Here are all his bad habits.
Bring a P5 up here?
He's not ready for that yet. He could do from the mini gorge down.
Yeah, I bet so.
But and he would like that.
Yeah, he could have got up under that tree. I couldn't get under.
I got up under a tree today. Well, I got to the takeout here, and there's horse flies and world famous John Hall.
Yeah, right.
My original paddling mentor. We're just talking about it. All the good runs. Ocoee, Tellico,
Good times. Fun times.
New River Gorge. I can't remember all of them. It was good stuff back then. But he was up here today. He lives up here now, so I don't get to see him that often. Good running into you.
Good running into you too.
It's always good to see familiar faces in faraway places.
Yep.
Awesome job leading us down, Tony.
Super fun.
We survived.
Brian, way to crush. Some days you got to fight for it.
Boys shirt too.
Yeah. Brian was fighting for it today. Some days they come easy. Some days the river just wants to pick on people. Yeah. I've been there. We've all been there.
Oh heck yeah.
But he's not a quitter. PFD. Fantastic day. Now I need to get home before I get in trouble with the wife. So we'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. All right, folks. I left all my snacks in the truck when I went out. I did have a drink, but I got a little bit hungry, and I usually do a hamburger. But I'm trying to get home in time. So today, Minuteman Pizza. So good. All right, I'm here with Drake and Megan. They flagged me down. Actually, I flagged them down off the freeway. They were waving at me when they went by, and I guess y'all getting off here anyway. So I ran down, flashed brights, got them a sticker. So that's awesome. Good to meet you. Cool people.